And we are back for coverage of the second half. Marine 1-0 to the good thanks to a Ben Hughes goal on his first start for the club. Kicking from left to right as we look at it is Ramsbottom, who start on the front foot following their kick-off. It's Collins down the right hand side. Back to Cooper, who will continue his run and pass it through to Collins, but cleared well by Owen Watkinson.
Yeah, Watkinson steps in well in defence there, Luke, and just looked to be caught, certainly claiming the foul, but again, referee letting that one go, and it's a corner in the bottom corner away to our right for Ramsbottom.
To be swung in here, deep towards the back post, and it's headed by Abadaki and cleared in the end by Roberts. The ball attempted back down the left-hand side for Ramsbottom, but to no avail. If you're just joining us, this is how the Mariners line up today. Passant in goal, a back four of Roberts, Miley, Raven and Barragan. In midfield, Mark Howarth has replaced David Lynch with Alex Doyle and Ben Hughes in there too. And in the front three, Niall Cummins, Owen Watkinson and Neil Kenji. And Ramsbottom, Oliver Martin, Owen Collins, Thomas Kennedy, Darius Waldron, William Hall, Edward Cooper, Domain Rouse, James Murphy, who replaced Jamie Rother in the first half, Jamie Rainford, Richard Baker and Godwin Abadaki, who looked the brightest spot for the home team in the first half. And now a goal kick for Ramsbottom to be taken by Martin. Headed half cleared by Howarth, but now Ramsbottom can attack down the left hand side again. A ball chipped into the middle, Abadaki's there. Oh, James Barragan did well to get his body in the way. Shouts of handball behind the goal, but it was rather speculatively.
Yeah, shouts of handball, but Barragan got in a good block at close quarters. Don't think there was anything doing there, but certainly good ball into the box from the Ramsbottom left. Abadaki looking to get on the end of it, but good ball from Barragan. As Marine go on the attack with Watkinson. Wins a corner down the right.
He's ran well again today, Watkinson. Does a lot of running for the team. Did it on Saturday and got his goal.
Yeah, showed up well again, supporting Niall Cummins up front with Kenji also on the other side.
It's going to be Mark Howarth to swing a corner in with his left foot from the right hand side into a dangerous looking area, and Cummins was the target, punched away by Martin and cleared in the end, but Barragan looks to head forwards again. Ben Hughes can pick it up, but he's dispossessed by Abadaki. Looks to get down this right hand side. Ben Hughes is done well to stop him in his tracks there.
Yeah, recovered well Hughes in midfield with Alex Doyle.
And there's Rouse in the centre of the pitch, looks outside to Collins, intercepted by Barragan, who can clear. And Watkinson looks to hustle again, but here's Doyle in the centre of the park to Howarth. Looks to dink a ball over for Hughes. And Howarth's pass is intercepted now. Into the centre of the pitch, Rouse will look to run through the middle. Stopped by Alex Doyle with a fantastic sliding challenge, but he's dispossessed himself by Cooper in the middle of the pitch. And Baker takes it quickly over on the left-hand side now for Kennedy, who looks inside for Murphy. Strong challenge by Miley. And it's Darius Waldron now. Plays the ball back to his goalkeeper.
Yeah, good battle in these early minutes of the second half, Luke. Cooper and Doyle having a good tussle in there.
And William Hall will look to bring it forward. Plays up to Cooper. Is Rouse again, taking up more central positions in the second half so far. And he's found Cooper again. Collins is screaming for the ball on the right hand side. He's in acres of space in truth. And they have found him in the end. Just checks back for Hull, his centre back. Just plays it inside for Cooper now. Looks down the line for Collins, but it's just cleared by Watkinson. Good tracking back from the forward there.
Yeah, Watkinson doing his defensive duty as well here on the left. Throw into Ramsbottom on their right, deep in the Marine half.
Throw in to be taken by Collins. Just throws it over for Rouse, who's come across. Back to Abadaki. He's going to be put under pressure by Watkinson, but he's done well to get away from him. It's Collins put a ball back in, but Raven can clear as he's having a very stellar game again today. Headed clear by Howarth, and the ball took the last touch off of a Ramsbottom player for a James Barragan throw on his left-hand side. Just inside the Ramsbottom half, and Cummins is the target. His touch is a little bit wayward. Now the ball is cleared, and Jamie Murphy on the left-hand side for Ramsbottom. Just checks it back to Kennedy. He's been very involved throughout the game. And just taps back on the switch of play to the right-hand side. Collins on the ball again. Watkinson tracking back, but he's just made Collins track back. And here's Rouse. Looks to play a quick 1-2 with Rainford. But Rouse is toppled. And, well, he just seems to trip over his own feet there, to be honest. But the ball is with Waldron again. It's a decent spell this for Ramsbottom. Start of the second half well as they chase an equaliser. Stepping forward is Hall. Looks to play through Cooper. His touch looks a little bit heavy, but he's managed to keep it in play. Only as far as Barragan now, who can clear. Up to Hughes, who's in acres of space. And surely will look to spark a counter-attack. Is Watkinson down the left-hand side, looking to cut back onto that right foot, as he does so often. A powerful run. He's still on the ball, into the penalty area now. He's still just about got it. He's poked it goalwards, but too central, and the goalkeeper's able to gather it fairly comfortably in the end.
Yeah, tremendous driving run again from Watkinson. Must have carried it 30 yards from almost the left-hand touchline across the face of the box. Got his right-footed shot away in the end, about 15 yards, but Martin was comfortably down to his right to save.
There's Kenji on the halfway line now, looking to cut onto his left foot, and he's done well to get away from Rouse there and Cooper. Good recovering tackle from Rouse there. We tracked him all the way, and the ball is deflected back to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, Ramsbottom certainly, Luke, started much brighter than they showed in the first half. Long spells. Obviously had a bit of a rollicking from their own manager.
The long ball forward is now in Howe's possession, which Barragan can clear down the left-hand side. Cummins looks to flick it on, and Watkinson can just about keep it in play. Yes, he can. But now a throw-in after a strong tackle from Collins. Put the ball into touch. Throw in deep in the Ramsbottom half, which Barragan will come up to take. If you're just joining us for coverage of tonight's game, the score is Ramsbottom 0, Marine 1. Ben Hughes scoring on his first start for the club with a well-taken finish just inside the penalty area. It's Barragan down the left-hand side. Inside for the goal scorer, Hughes. Back out for Barragan with a right foot cross into Cummins in the penalty area. And Kenji! Neil Kenji has made it 2. The ball not quite controlled by Cummins there, just inside the penalty area. It just sort of bounced off him, fell for Kenji with an instinctive finish into the bottom right corner for goal to make it 2, Ralph.
Yeah, great finish from Kenji. Just what we wanted. Just as Ramsbottom had an impressive spell at the start of this second half, but we found the goal we wanted. Kenji sweeping the ball home with his left foot just inside the left-hand post. It's a little bit similar to his goal at City Liverpool last season, and that's a great finish. Just what we needed. We're now 2-0 to the good.
Like you say, a little bit against the run of play there. Ramsbottom have started the second half well, but you have to say with the overall pattern of the game, 2-0 is not a flattering scoreline for Marine. We had some very good chances in the first half, and it looks like they're ready in a change or two now. But
bit of a false start on the kickoff, just as looks like Jake Thompson's getting ready for the home side. Off we go again.
That must be so disheartening for the home side, who have started the better team in the second half, especially down this right hand side. They've caused caused problems with Aberdaki and the right back Collins. But it's Marine who are 2-0 to be good. And Ben Hughes looks to, well, run forward again, but it's cleared easily by the goalkeeper. And Miley heads back towards the centre circle. It's Cooper back to his left back Kennedy. And Rouse, who's been very lively in the second half as well, is just pokes it down the left hand side for Murphy now. Back through from Rouse, but Roberts is able to intercept and now play it forward to, looks like Cummins, but he's toppled again. And Kenji looks to break away, but the ball ends up in the goalkeeper's possession, safely for Ramsbottom.
Yep, Niall just taking another whack on the ankles, it looked like there, but again, play continues.
It's Baker having an increasing influence on the game in the second half, it must be said. Kennedy inside for Murphy. And the ball is just overhit there. And it looks like Ramsbottom are going to make a change now. It looks like it's going to be Jamie Rainford to be replaced by Jake Thompson.
Yeah, pretty ineffective again tonight. Jamie Rainford, well shackled by Anthony Miley and David Raven. And yeah, not really a sniff of an opportunity for goal for Jamie. As Thompson enters the fray, presumably in a straight swap up front.
There's a second change for the home side, who of course were forced into an early change with Jamie Rother going down injured and replaced by James Murphy.
Yeah, in fact, Luke Domain Rouse, probably one of their most effective players now, looks to be playing through the middle instead of Rainford, and the substitute Thompson's playing on this right hand side of midfield.
And Watkinson has done well to battle, and he's played in Hughes down his left hand side. He's tried to catch the keeper off guard from a pretty tight angle with his left foot, sorry. But the keeper was level to it.
Hughes looking really lively again, found himself some space in the box. Tight angle, as you say, Luke, and the keeper did well to block with his legs.
Throwing down this left hand side now for Marine, to be taken by Barragan. Watkinson shows himself as an option, but is unable to keep the ball in play. Collins with the throw in now. It's headed forward by Howarth to keep the pressure on. And it looks like Hughes has just about won another throw in on this near left hand side. Cummins holding the ball well down the left wing, but they look to counter attack now. Ramsbottom through let's Rouse again in the middle, take up much more central positions as you said, Ralph. Started the game on the left hand side, linking up well with Kennedy, but has seen more of the ball in a central position. It's Howarth now intercepting well from the throw in. He looks to play in Kenji with a decent touch to get it under control. He's just forced himself a little bit wide on this left hand side. Looks to get the ball back into the box, but it's cleared well by Hall. Collins is just setting a little bit further than he would have wanted to now, but the substitute Thompson can play it out, but only as far as Barragan, who's intercepted in a more central area. There's Doyle back out for Howarth on this left hand side. Taps it off well for Hughes, who looks to run down the left again. And he's just checked back onto his right foot there, just to keep possession rather than swing it into the box. And Howarth now just looks behind him for Barragan. He has plenty of time just to switch it back over to Anthony Miley, who will play it long now. Looking for Cummins, headed out by Waldron. And as far as Kennedy on the left hand side, backed into a bit of a corner here. And he's done well just to get the ball out towards Rouse again. But it's Roberts and they are really battling well, the Marine players. Now here's Hughes in a central position, just on the edge of the box. He opts to play it backwards to keep possession. But he's back on the ball now, on this left hand side. Plays off a couple of challenges, but loses out in the end from Thompson. Now here's Cooper. Looks to switch for Kennedy over on that left hand side. In fact, it's James Murphy. But the ball is cleared firmly by Cooper.
Yeah,
into
we've
the stand.
kept the ball again for a spell there, Luke. Kept the ball really well, moved it side to side. Ben Hughes once again looked to be manhandled, should we say, by the Ramsbottom defence, who was struggling to keep a lid on him. Showing some great touches again. Ben Hughes looks real quality addition to the squad for this season.
The ball just thrown back from Ben Roberts to Passant, who will look to clear off the ground. And now Cummins just nudged out the way with the ball. Now with Passant's opposite number, Oliver Martin. And Martin looks to play it long up towards Rouse again, but Miley wins the header. It's Kennedy on the left-hand side. Plays it down the line for Murphy. But Doyle putting a foot in and winning his side of throwing. He's had another solid game, Alex Doyle.
Yep, absolutely, Luke. I'm just wondering if Neil will look to freshen things up or not. I'm sure he'll be pretty happy with the way it's gone thus far. Maybe we'll see the likes of Lewis Riley perhaps for his competitive debut later on as the game goes deeper into the game.
Strong foot in from Miley, but Rouse does well to evade the challenge. But it's Ben Hughes looking to counter-attack again now, but Collins with a strong tackle, which is ended up on the far side of the pitch from the right back, and it's gone out for a Ben Roberts throw-in. Here's Cummins playing it across the pitch to Barragan on his left-hand side, who looks to play a ball wide for Watkinson, who yet again tries to cut inside, but he's just checked by Collins. And Barragan plays it just behind for David Raven. Looks to dink a left-footed ball over the top for Watkinson. And he's won his side a throw-in.
Excellent pressing once again from Watkinson, working his socks off for us on this left-hand side, Luke. And really impressive from the ex-Blackpool youngster.
Slight breaking play here, as it looks like there's another man down for Ramsbottom. Not a promising sign for them today. They've already had one go off through injury in the first half.
Yeah, as you said earlier, Luke, I think that second goal really has knocked a bit of the stuffing out of them as well. Marine just able to keep the ball a little bit more comfortably in the last 10 minutes or so since the goal. And let's hope that continues as we look for what will be an important win, even at this stage of the season, against one of the teams that are likely to be in the promotion hunt.
Just a chance for a few of the players to have a drink of water. Well, it looks to be William Hall on the floor, and the physio there is signalling that this will be the end of his night. Disappointing for Hall and disappointing for Ramsbottom, who, as I said, have already had a player go off through injury.
Yeah, and with the withdrawal of Rainford as well, that's the final substitute used. So they'll play the remaining half an hour or so. Hoping they don't pick up any more injuries, obviously. All just limping off on this near side. The substitute being readied.
But in the meantime, it's looking like play will continue. Oh, no, actually, it's going to be Joel Earps to replace the injured William Hall. Be interesting to see if they've maybe put a more attacking player on in place of the injured centre-back, or whether it is just a like-for-like swap. With the Rams 2-0 down, they may opt to put a more attacking player on. We shall see. Ball back for David Raven. And Alex Doyle in the centre of the pitch. Looks to dink it forward, but no white shirts in sight. And now they look to counter-attack. Does the Rams, but stopped his tracks by Roberts there. Now David Raven can charge forward, but he's lost the ball now. As Rouse looks to run forward, but Barragan is there to sweep up and play it back to the keeper, who clears. And now Cummins is looking to break through the middle, but now Kenji can pick it up. About 35 yards from goal on his left foot, And it's chipped forward for Hughes, he's tried a lovely flicked effort with the outside of his boot, a sort of scorpion effort. But safely into the hands from hands of the keeper there.
Scorpion effort indeed. And didn't quite get hold of it. Hughes, lovely clip ball forward. And just pity Hughes didn't quite get enough on the volley. But great move once again from Marine as we look for this killer third goal.
Is Rouse now able to play it out wide for Thompson? But Barrigan does well to clear with the final touch coming off of Thompson for a throw-in. It's Barrigan's throw-in now as he looks down the line for Cummins. He flicks on for Watkinson, who yet again looks to get down that left-hand side, but good challenge from Richard Baker there.
Yeah, Ramsbottom still plugging away. I think I have to say at this stage, the second half, we're looking more likely to grab the third perhaps, but I'll touch all the wood available, Luke.
Long ball forward with the linesman's flag on the far side raised for offside. If you're just joining us, the Mariners are 2-0 to the good, thanks to a first half goal from Ben Hughes on his first start for the club, and a second half effort from Neil Kenji, who's made it 2 goals in 2 after his goal on Saturday against Newcastle Town.
Yeah, as we mentioned in commentary on Saturday, Luke, it looks like we do have the goals to help the team this season, not just relying on likes of Cummins as Ramsbottom look to press.
It's cleared once again by Barrigan, who's yet again had a very solid game at left back. Throw in down the right hand side in possession of Thompson, but he's surrounded by a few Marine players, but he's done well to get the ball forward there for Cooper. And it is Earps who looks to have picked up a midfield role. And Kenji looks to intercept, but Rouse has done well just to evade a few challenges there. In fact, he's done very well to get it out wide for Thompson, who looks to run down the right-hand side, ball into the box. Just flicked away by David Raven there.
Yeah, great play once again from Domain Rouse, who looks United's best player, but ball driven over the back post. Oh, looks like a foul throw. Indeed, the referee has given the infringement, and it will be a Marine throw-in. Which level with our own penalty area.
Which will be taken by Roberts on the right-hand side for the Mariners. Down the line, aiming for Cummins once again. Now Hughes can turn on the ball just inside the Marine half, but his through pass is well over hit in the end. Run through to the goalkeeper, who looks to play it forward, but Miley does well to get head on the ball, and Doyle will look to win the second ball, and it's Abadaki that's gone down off a challenge from Doyle. Didn't look to be a lot in it, but the referee has given a free kick.
No, it looked a bit of a soft one, Luke, but a good chance for Ramsbottom possibly to put some pressure on us, get the ball into the danger area from this free kick.
It's going to be a skipper, Thomas Kennedy, to get the ball into the box from his free kick on the left-hand side. It's a deep one again. Looking for Cooper at the back post. He's headed back across goal, but the ball had already gone over the line for a goal kick with the linesman flagging. Or is it flagged for offside? That will be a goal kick.
Yeah, as Ramsbottom's injured player, William Hall, just limps away to the dressing room in front of us. No sign of any changes from Neil or Alan as yet. But to maintain this very settled side at the moment, 2 goals to the good.
And the referee on the far side has flagged again for Cummins in an offside position as we approach the final 20 minutes with the away side Marine 2 goals to the good. And the referee just looked like he wanted a word with a couple of the Ramsbottom players. on Niall Cummins. Whether it was something Cummins had said to the linesman which has upset them.
Yeah, referee just delivering a bit of news there. Looks like bad news to Richard Baker. So the Ramsbottom player now steps away. Referee finally deciding it looks like he'll restart play with the drop ball on halfway.
Oh, he's
and that takes us all by surprise by half volleying the ball 30 yards wide of Bailey Passant.
I'm not quite sure what what the referee's decision is here, but we're back where we started. Passant with the ball in his possession. It looks like he's going to retake his goal kick. I think what might have happened is Passant's played the ball forward from a goal kick. The linesman's given offside, but of course you can't be offside from a goal kick, so we're going to retake that one. Aim towards Cummins again. And Roberts is able to head the ball across for David Raven, who looks long for Hughes, just behind him. However, stepped in unfairly, according to the referee, just inside Marine's half, with Abadaki on the deck.
Yeah, just a quick word for Ben Roberts again at right back. Once again deputising for Josh Solomon Davis. Had a steady game in his debut at Newcastle on Saturday and done well again tonight, I think.
Seems to have nullified the threat of Thomas Kennedy down the left-hand side, who started the game well, but has been fairly quiet in the second half. As James Barrigan plays a risky ball back to Raven, who is able to clear in the end.
Yeah, a bit of a hospital pass inside there from Barrigan to Raven. Referee not happy with Ramsbottom trying to pinch half a yard.
Collins to take the throw in, just inside Marine's half. Scooped forward again by Cooper, with Kennedy running down the left flank. Checks back, and it is Cooper on the ball again. And inside to Rouse, who's just quieting down in the last 10-15 minutes or so after starting the second half well. Kennedy looks for Rouse again. Now it's Barrigan. Looks long for Cummins, giving him a bit to chase for there, but the Oliver Martin is there to clear. And they just seem to get in each other's way there, the two Ramsbottom players. Ben Hughes is just nudged off the ball by Earps for substitute, with another substitute, Thompson. Just playing it backwards to Cooper. And Cooper has done very well there to scoop the ball through to Passant, who gathers for the Mariners.
Yeah, good touch down the right from Cooper for the home side. Looked to play the ball just into the box, but Bailey Passant read it well, quickly off his line, and just dived in front of him to gather the ball pretty comfortably, and he'll clear from drop kick.
Not the best clearance from Passant, but Cummins, it's just taken him by surprise there. But Roberts will look to charge down the right hand side again, but his pass forward for Kenji is a little wayward. Long pass from the Ramsbottom centre half. Goes all the way through for Passant, who's got all the time in the world. And eventually does pick the ball up.
Looks like Lewis Riley just moving his tracksuit top, possibly being ready as a substitute for the Mariners.
Lewis Riley, of course, another one that has joined the club during the summer. Impressed during pre-season, got himself a few goals, playing in a number 10 position and, well, anywhere across the front line, but primarily in that number 10. Big headed clearance from Doyle on the centre circle there. And now Collins on this right-hand side looks to Thompson, but Barrigan, yet again, is there to intercept. He's read the game very well today, Barrigan at left-back. And it will be Ben Hughes, scorer of the first goal, to be replaced by Lewis Riley.
Yeah,
He's
pretty much like for like swap, I think. Ben Hughes has had an excellent game. Luke showed some really good touches, really got at the home defence, and showed us a bit of what he's about since he's joined us a couple of weeks ago.
Lewis Riley very good at keeping possession. Very rarely loses it. But of course can pop up with a goal as well. Very good finisher, as we've seen during pre-season with about 5 or 6 goals from him. Doyle is there once again. The ball has fallen through for Cummins. He's tried his luck from about 40 yards on the half volley there. Tried to catch the keeper out, but not enough on that one.
I'd make it 50, Luke. That was ambitious, speculative to say the least. But I did spot the keeper off his line, just didn't quite get enough on his volley.
Now here is Kenji down the right hand side, looking to cut back onto his left, as he does so often. Tries to play the ball through for Watkinson. Into Cummins now, just inside the Ramsbottom box. Falls back out for Watkinson. He looks to drill one back across the goal, but is deflected out for a throw-in.
Yeah, just a chance for Niall there. Neat turn inside the box, but couldn't quite get a shot away first time. That's Ramsbottom break.
Here comes Abadaki. Plays in Thompson down his right hand side. This looks dangerous. Oh, his effort from the right hand side just narrowly dribbles wide. Just hooked it a little bit. But that was a chance for Ramsbottom. One of the best, well, probably the best of the half, really.
It was, Luke. Just a quick break, really, after our attempt by Cummins. And I think it was the substitute there, Thompson, just away on the right side of the box. Looked to find that far corner, but the ball just spinning away from Bailey Passant's right hand post, and probably went a foot or two wide. Right side of the goal from our point of view. Remains 2-0.
And it's Passant with a goal kick now. Looking long for Cummins. With the ball running through to Kenji. And here's Lewis Riley with his first involvement. Looks to just spin away from his man. But in the end, tackles the ball into touch. With a throw-in. Over on that left-hand side, just back in there. Back in for James Murphy. Plays the ball into Earps and around the centre circle. Able to bring the ball forward is the Ramsbottom centre half. Come a very long way. Out for Thompson on his right hand side, but Howarth is there to intercept as the ball is played back to Abadaki. And Howarth looks to clear, but he's just smashed it off the pitch.
Yeah, Ramsbottom bench not too happy with Thompson there. But Marine looked to be readying another substitution. It's the Lewis Riley lookalike Ryan Wignall, who's about to enter the fray. And didn't quite see the ball there to Ryan's going to replace, but it will be Neil Kenji coming across from the far side of the pitch, and he's had another excellent game, Luke.
Yeah, it's been very lively over on that right hand side, cutting in on his left foot. Of course, he's got his goal again. He's been pressing very well from the front. You wouldn't be able to tell from his 2 performances so far this season that he didn't really have a pre-season. With the amount of energy he's showed, and obviously he's got a couple of goals to show for it too.
Yeah, Ryan Wignall will just slot into midfield as he did at Newcastle on Saturday.
Watkinson can head it clear for Cummins on the halfway line. Is Riley in the centre of the pitch, just plays it back for Miley, who looks to swing a ball out towards Watkinson, who's put the pressure on a little bit in the back there from Watkinson, a bit too eagerly. And a free kick is granted. About 15 yards inside the Ramsbottom half. And they look to dink it forward towards the right hand side. And it's Thompson. Looks to drive into the box from the right. But he's been forced backwards. And his pass forward is attempted to be intercepted by Barragan. But in the end he's missed the ball. And it's worked out for the better because it's gone out for a goal kick.
Yeah, Ramsbottom just slightly lost the way, I think, in this second half, since they've had forced into a couple of substitutions and obviously removing Jamie Rainford from the striker's role. Rouse still playing through the middle. but Marine coping adequately with Ramsbottom's attempts to get back into the game at the moment.
And it would appear that there's a problem with the ball, which will cause another delay in play.
Better pass from the referee, I thought, that time, Luke. And his earlier effort to Bailey.
And Bailey will try again with the goal kick, with a more satisfactory ball. It's played long for Watkinson to chase down the left-hand side, putting the pressure on Collins, who has had a solid game at right back today.
Yeah, did well to track across there, Collins. And as you say, Luke's probably been one of the better United players.
Barrigan with the throw-in, which Howarth scoops on. Watkinson now to try and curl on, but well wide in the end. Good play there from Riley, just to lay the ball off for Watkinson. It was first time effort from around 25 yards out. So right idea though.
Yep, nice layoff from Riley, as you say, Luke. And Watkins certainly struck it well, but didn't quite have the accuracy. The ball flew well wide of Martin's left-hand post.
Around 10 minutes to go of the game. Marines still lead 2-0 thanks to goals from Hughes and Kenji, as Watkinson is looked to be played away again. But Baker is able to just pass the ball back to his goalkeeper to clear. Rouse has won the header there, but Barrigan can clear. And he's played Wignall down the right-hand side, but he's just taking his time over it. He's got Riley in support down that right wing, but he will go alone. Maybe try and win a corner. Yeah, he's done well just to keep possession there. And he's played it back, or tried to play it back to his right back, Roberts, but the ball deflecting out for a throw, which the fullback will take. He's thrown it in towards Riley. He's tried to play it back over the top for Roberts, who continues his run. Now Riley looks to turn on the edge of the box. He's dribbled past the couple. He's back on his right foot. He's got Cummins in support. He's got Howarth behind him. Oh, he's just sent him a bit too far for the shot, really, and he's had it nicked off him in the end. Thompson looks to set Collins away on the right-hand side again, with Rouse in the centre of the pitch. And his Earps looks to play it over on that far side to Murphy. Back into Earps in the centre of the pitch now. Here's Cooper, around 25 yards from goal. Rouse with his back to goal is able to turn. Good foot in from Raven. And a strong challenge from Riley. And the ball is back in possession of Earps, around 30 yards from goal. Back out wide for Murphy. And Murphy's running rather in a dead end there and stopped in his tracks. And Wignall looks to lay off Riley, but just intercepted. Miley does well to not let him have time on the ball. A strong challenge from Barrigan. A very good one, though. Just inside the Marine box, as it had to be, really. Watkinson plays Howarth in the centre of the pitch, who looks to find Wignall on the right wing. And he will get there. It's a brilliant diagonal ball from Howarth, as we come to expect. As Wignall looks to just weave his way past the fullback, but nothing given.
Yeah, game becoming really stretched now, Luke. Ramsbottom pretty much playing with three at the back at times, and a bit of space for a ball over the top for us, and the outlets of Wignall on one side and Watkinson on the other.
And the ball will trickle through for Martin, who thought about playing it out to Baker, but I think in the end we'll just opt to kick it long, and he has. Up towards Rouse again, but Miley is able to head it clear. Here's Wignall looking to turn. He's not quite able to get away from his man there. And now he's Collins down the right hand side, but he's giving it straight to Howarth, who can charge forward with pace and power. He's just run away from him, but Cummins is back on it. And Howarth, great ball through to Watkinson, who can cut inside, and he's still got it, but the referee, or the linesman, sorry, has flagged on the far side. Watkinson was just started his run too early there.
Yeah, pity. Howarth, again, doing well in midfield. He's had a good game since he's come on. Striding forward, finding Watkinson, who was just a yard offside.
A long ball forward from the Ramsbottom defender down the right-hand side. Cleared by Miley, which has landed in the dugout. quick throw in to be taken by Cooper in towards Rouse, but headed away by Raven. Riley just wants to get the ball under control, and, well, less said about the clearance, the better.
Yeah, we'll say it was on his left foot, possibly his unfavoured foot there, Luke, but straight out of play. Throw into Ramsbottom just inside the marine half.
Earps plays it back to Collins, who looks to start again through his centre-backs, and here's Waldron looking to charge forward. Looks very comfortable with the ball at his feet, the centre-back. There's Kennedy trying to start down the left wing again. Cleared by Raven in the end, just inside the penalty area. As we enter the final 5 minutes of the game, Marine still 2 goals to the good. Ball on the left-hand side. Ball scooped into the box. Shouts behind the goal for a penalty, but nothing given, rightly so. Just good defensive play there.
James Barragan just doing enough to shepherd his man off the ball. I don't think there was too much in that one. Certainly on the basis of what we saw in the first half, not given.
Barragan looks to clear again, and it's landed on top of the box where we are sat. It's Baker, looks to swing a ball towards the box. Rouse on the edge of the box, looking to beat his man, but Riley is having none of it. Here's Abadaki again. Had a quiet second half, in truth. It's Thompson on the right-hand side. And it's going to be a throw-in for the Mariners on this left-hand side, which will be taken by Barragan straight down the line. Cummins is the target, but just intercepted by Earps. And now the ball deflects off Watkinson for a throw-in. It's Earps again on the ball, been very involved since coming on. Cummins will look to apply the pressure up top with the rest of the team happy to sit back and sit in position. Kennedy has come into the centre of the pitch, the left back. Looks to be playing central midfield now.
Yeah, definitely gone to 3 at the back now, Ramsbottom. They look for this way back into the game.
And the ball is loose in midfield. No one wants to claim it. Howe have tried, but now is Cooper about 25 yards from goal. Looks to play Abadaki in. He's managed to cut back onto his left foot. The ball is scrambled clear. And now is Riley looking for Watkinson, but a bit too much on his forward ball there. And the ball is out of play again for a Collins throw-in on this right-hand side. And Cooper's done well to scoop it back out to Kennedy in the centre of the pitch. And here's Cooper once more. Over to Waldron. Looks for a long diagonal. He's picked him out very well. Thompson on the right-hand side. He looks to darted goalwards. Barragan has followed him a long way. And Roberts is very narrow as well, which leaves Cooper with a lot of space on the right-hand side. How's better? Oh, it's a great save from Passant as the ball was swung in from Cooper on this right-hand side. I believe it was Abadaki in the centre of the pitch, in the centre of the box to swing it goalwards, but Passant was in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, good low ball in from the right, and as you say, Luke, Abadaki just stretching to meet that one. Got his foot on the ball, probably about 6 yards out, and again, Passant as he was in the first half, in the right place at the right time to make a good stop.
And now is Cummins with time in the box, and he's made it 3! Straight from the goal kick, or straight from Passant's kick. It's bounced over the top. Cummins is there to swing it goalwards into the top corner, and the skipper's got his first goal of the season to make it 3.
Well, out of nothing really, Luke. Passant, as we say, just after the save, launched the ball forward. Ramsbottom having pushed up, looking for this the goal that would give them a bit of hope, and a long punt downfield from Passant straight down the middle of the pitch. Fell to Niall, back to goal. He swivelled and he pretty much hammered it in off the underside of the bar, top corner, and that's 3-0, and that is game over.
A striker's finish from Cummins, who gets his first goal of the season, hopefully the first of many for the skipper. And it's the second game in a row, second away game in a row as well, that the Mariners have scored 3. Hopefully this one will be without reply as we enter the final few minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say on the balance of play again, Luke, we've probably thoroughly deserved the lead we've currently been given by Niall's goal.
Ramsbottom will kick off again. Collins looks to just play a long ball forward over to the left hand side, but Roberts is equal to it. heads it clear for Waldron. And United, they've just lacked intensity in this last 10 minutes or so. They've struggled to really threaten, but now here's Thompson on the right hand side, cutting back for Earps. Cooper looks to swing a ball towards the box, but Roberts is there once again. Can bring the ball forward, the right back. And now here's Wiggle on the right hand side, but he's just stopped in his tracks by Waldron. So Ralph, who's your man of the match today?
Yeah, quite difficult again as it was on Saturday. Look to choose one. I think Raven and Marley again steady at the back. Ben Hughes really effective before he went off, and Neil Kenji. But I think tonight I've got to go for Owen Watkinson. Been brilliant at both ends of the pitch. Led the line really well for us and taking the game as he's away on the left. Man of the match, Owen Watkinson.
He's running down the left hand side as he goes 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. He's taking a little bit wide. The defenders did well there to just push him a bit far wide. His touch was a little bit heavy. And it's ran out for a goal kick. The final touch coming off of Watkinson. Your man of the match today?
Yeah, as I say, he's been up and down this left touchline. Worked really hard for his teammates, and really showed this quality again today, Luke. It's a great signing for us.
Honourable mention I would like to give for Ben Hughes, who was made his first start for the club today. Got the goal scoring started as well, and really did look lively, especially in that first half. Kept the ball well, some nice touches. Now is Waldron to try and launch another attack for the home side. And Murphy is stopped in his tracks by Roberts, who just looks for Cummins down his right hand side, but he's started his run a little too early.
Yeah, only just inside the Ramsbottom half, Luke, but we could see clearly he was a yard offside.
Here's Abadaki down the left hand side, heading towards the corner flag. But Miley has come across well. Now here's Cooper in the centre of the pitch to try his luck. And that's well over the John Fox stand in the end.
I think that is in one of the carriages on the East Lancs Railway. Luke, that's travelled a long way behind the goal away to our right.
Passant is clearly in no rush to take this goal kick.
Suits us down to the ground, I would say.
And that is full time. The referee has blown his whistle. A convincing win again for Marine. Goal scoring got underway in the first half with Ben Hughes in his first start for the club just before half time. A second was added by Neil Kenji, who got his second goal of the season before the victory was confirmed with just minutes left in the game by Niall Cummins with a striker's finish for his first goal of the season. We'll be back on Saturday for the FA Cup fixture against Workington. But for tonight, that's Ramsbottom United 0, Marine 3. Thank you for listening.